Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Elbow Plays TimeGuessr. Not so rushed for time today, so I'm going to spend a bit more time, see if we can get a good score. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have a gentleman with what appears to be Argentinian flag on his face. And a cute doggo, being patient by the road, it's well trained. More than likely this will be Buenos Aires then. Oh, we have a .AR over here, so that confirms Argentina. Any clues as to the area? A fairly large McDonald's here, could be findable, although there's probably going to be multiple McDonald's in Buenos Aires. Anything else? Not really. Thought that might be the Nissan logo there, but I don't think it is. Got one-way street maybe? Is this one way? I can't tell. Sometimes you can use the one-way streets to help you. Got 3 lanes of traffic going this way, at least. That might help. But I think it's going to be a case of searching for McDonald's really here. This might take me a while, so I'll probably end up skipping this. Let's have a quick glance around. Any major one-way roads first? Not noted on the map. These one-ways. We have a one-way road there at least, so they do exist. Now here's some more one-ways. Now can we see a McDonald's in this area? Here's a Burger King. Could be the right kind of area. There's a McDonald's, we'll go there for now. There's a Kentucky, is that KFC? Is it just called Kentucky in Argentina? Any more one-way roads? Here's some more. There's quite a few then. Yeah, not really. There's quite a few. I'm gonna have a look around, see if I can find any other McDonald's, see if they match up. Well, I've looked around and found a few more McDonald's, but none of them really work. There's one that's a couple are not on one-way roads, or they're not on corners. So I'm thinking this one works. Doesn't quite look right, and now it's disappeared. I hate it when it does this. There it is. You have to zoom right in. This is the one-way road, which makes sense because it is in that direction. This corner here would then be the McDonald's. So that would place us on the opposite side of the road. Although I don't see, this crosswalk doesn't really line up. It's going the wrong direction. I would expect it to be going this way. But I'm not really sure. I think we'd have to go like here possibly. I don't think it's right, but I can't find anything else. It's too big a city. It's going to take me all day. Okay, the year then. Is this football related? Or is he just a very patriotic man? Is it a World Cup or something like that? I think the few times I've had Argentina rounds, they're quite often World Cup related. But they've played pretty much every World Cup. I don't think they've failed to qualify for the World Cup ever. Or not in my memory anyway, so it doesn't really help me. I just have to remember to go on a World Cup year. Car-wise, not the most modern. There's a lot of taxis, but taxis are kind of hard to date because they're around for a while. A lot of them get used, get a few 100,000 miles on them, and then get decommissioned. Any fashion clues? Not really. A lot of jeans. So World Cup years, we'll go on that. We'll work it out. It's somewhere, I would say, in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. So I'm thinking 2000. What years were the World Cups? I'm getting mixed up with the Olympics now. They're not on the same year. So the World Cup, well, it's the Euros this year. So the World Cup would have, Qatar was 2020, 2018, 2014, 2010, and 2006. Maybe 2006 or 2002. I go to 2006, I think. Hope it isn't a World Cup year. Let's go for it. Oh, it was the right McDonald's. It was 2010 though. Damn it. South Africa, 2010. Where was 2006? I can't even remember where that was. So an Argentinian supporter in Buenos Aires on the day of the Argentina versus South Korea match during the 2010 South Africa World Cup. Okay, yeah, that's, and they won 4-1. Not too surprising there. Oh, so we were further up here. That crosswalk really confused me because this goes in towards the corner of the junction, but this one clearly doesn't, unless it's been repainted, maybe. And this one has a line here that doesn't have a line. It's kind of confusing, unless there's one in shadow here, but I don't think there is. But oh well, I'm not going to complain. Another perfect location. Okay. Next one. Okay, we have a riverboat here. This looks like possibly Cambridge. It's famous for these, what we call punting, or it's called punting, where they push the boats along with a pole, a bit like Venice, but they're quite famous for the quite flat boats. Looks quite English, this as well. Let's just have a look at the language. River, please be careful. Yeah. Have we got a pub name? Also, England pints. Not all European countries serve their drinks, their beer in pints. You go to Holland and places like that, you're more likely to get a half pint. Salt and pepper on the table like that. It's pretty English. Okay. Something core. Anchor, maybe? I'm not sure. It looks like it could be a pub name. I think it's near Cambridge University. They have a lot of these. These could be students who've just graduated or something. They seem quite dressed up. This kind of feels like the times that I was at university, the fashion. This guy's haircut seems around that time. That kind of emo swept hair look. Also, you could possibly date it off the cigarette packets, because this one is clearly a branded one, probably Marlboro Light by the gold and white colour. These days, all the cigarette brandings are completely removed with big warnings on them. There's no branding allowed these days. And they progressed, because I think back at this time there was just a written warning. Then they started to get the pictures of different horrible pictures on them and those kind of things. So it would be after the smoking ban, or maybe just before it. It was around, I was at university when they banned smoking inside in the UK. I think it would have been around 2005-ish that they did that, maybe 2006. Can't really tell if it's banned inside though at this point. I'm trying to see if anyone inside is smoking, but hard to tell. Okay, we also have a ghost tour. It's a very English thing. Works for Cambridge. They have ghost tours in my hometown of York as well. I'm pretty sure Cambridge is famous for punting. So we would be on this river somewhere. Let's have a look along it, see if we can find any pubs with a core at the end of it or something like that. Let's look down here. A lot of bridges. See that we have Cambridge chauffeur punts, so that's probably, we could be in this area here. Any pubs showing up? Oh, Anchor Cambridge. That's more than likely where we're at then. We would be on the other side of the river then if we're looking at them. Or is this picture taken from the other side? Maybe we're taken from just here. Good job I zoomed in there. Anchor Cambridge, but yeah. Let's have a look from the satellite view. Did I click on the bridge? I didn't think I had. Oh, here's all the boats, the punting boats. Let's look at that again. See, I'm on here, I'm not on a bridge, but on here I am on a bridge. It's confusing. Let's bring it down then. Put it there. Now the year, as I said, it looks pretty much like the time I was at university. I was at university from 2000. Well, I quit one course and restarted, so 2004 to 2008. Converse, quite common at that time as well, although they're still around. I'll go 2005. I think that feels about right. Let's go for it. 2006, but yeah, we were right location. And we were on the bank here. So Cambridge students from Clare College punting along the River Cam during the end of year May ball. Yep. Decent round. Okay, we're a pretty good score here. Not possible to get a personal best though. Okay, we have Hebrew. So we're in Israel. If this was color, we might see yellow number plates. I'm not sure back then, but these days all number plates in Israel are yellow front and back. But it's definitely Israel. The language is easily identifiable. Looks kind of flat, so I'm thinking possibly Tel Aviv over Jerusalem. Kind of seems might be a bit coastal. I think Jerusalem's a bit hillier. Don't think we're going to get any exact locations off this. There's not enough information unless you can read Hebrew. This car almost seems 50s-ish, but it's quite old by the looks of it. It's a taxi, is it? So it's probably a bit old at this time. This one here seems more 60s. Just the shape of it. Also, this outfit's definitely not 50s. This woman looks like she's maybe doing some military service or something with this bomber jacket. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe mid-60s here. Yeah, let's go 64. Let's go for that. Oh, bang on 64. But it was where? People walking down a street in Beersheba. Never heard of it. It's down here. Beersheba, is this his place? I wouldn't have guessed there in a million years. Not bad. Next one. With a guy ambitiously carrying a big set of sofas on a small car. Okay, we're in Uzbekistan. It's a nice clue here. Is Bishkek in Uzbekistan or is that Kyrgyzstan? I always forget that the city's in Uzbekistan. No, Bishkek is in Kyrgyzstan. So Uzbekistan, what's the capital of Uzbekistan? Ooh, it's quite a large country here. So are we in Bukhara maybe? Or Samarkand? Trying to see. I'm not sure what denotes capitals. If there is a denotation, I know like Google Maps you can tell because of the circle by the name is more obvious, but none of these seem to be. Oh, it's Tashkent is the capital. That's the one. I was thinking Bishkek. So I think there's a white circle around the name on the outer side. So I would think we might be in Tashkent. No clue where. Not central by the looks of it. Okay. Unless there's a clue on the number plate that says. Not really. This car is very old, but the cars in the background are not so old. It's going to be very I've never had an image here before. I've seen it in Street View. I don't think I've seen Uzbekistan in Street View. I've seen Kyrgyzstan in Street View, and I imagine they're pretty similar, although they're quite impoverished places, so judging a year may be quite difficult here. Any phones? Yes, he's on a phone. Doesn't look like a smartphone, looks more narrow. Maybe a flip phone, it's hard to say. Obviously whether people could afford smartphones is another question. I'm thinking early 2000s again. Judging by this car. What's this car behind him? Might be worth hedging a little bit later just in case, because obviously it'd take a while for things to filter through. So I'm thinking maybe like 2008, 2009. I'll go 2008. Oh, it's 2016, damn it. Told you that was one of those ones that you probably worth adding 10 years onto it. And we were an Uzbek transporting a sofa bought from a street market near Margilan. And that was over here. So we're lucky we didn't go in this part of the country. So we're only 200 kilometers away, but that year guess, yeah. These kind of countries add 10 years on. Because 2016, that phone, yeah, it's a difficult one. Okay, this is an interesting one. We have a US flag here. Is this the Capitol building? I think it might be. It's hard to see because we don't have a full view of it. American Red Cross, District of Columbia. District of Columbia is Washington, D.C. So yeah, it would make sense that that would be the Capitol building. I'll double check it just to make sure. Yeah. So the Capitol building. Yeah, the number of pillars around it. The front tends to be here, I believe. This is a more flat area. And it looks like we do have a flagpole on that pointed bit here. So I would say we're quite straight in front of it. Hard to tell perspective-wise how far, but maybe like here would work. Okay, a year now. This guy's got some very sharp shoes on. Trying to think what years those were in style. This kind of looks 40s, 50s-ish. It's got shoulder pads in the tops. That's 40s-ish, I think. Would this vehicle work for then? Quite possibly. Wish I could see the front of it. If it's a is it a blood bank or is it just them making tea and coffee? I'm not sure. No, it's just a Red Cross. Maybe they're taking donations. Do you have military uniforms here, or is... I'm not sure if that's just a Red Cross outfit. There's some kind of nurse here as well. Quite difficult. Not a lot of information, really, just the shoes and the fashion to go off. I'm thinking... Let's put that back to the normal. I'm thinking late 40s. Is it wartime? It's quite possible this could be wartime. I might actually go it slightly earlier and go in wartime. It could be into the 50s, but I'm not sure. Let's go 45. I'm really not sure on this. It's 42, it was wartime. At least we went a little earlier. So a Red Cross mobile canteen serving refreshments outside the US capital. Not a bad one. Good location. Only 17 meters away. Made sense. Final score then. Not as good as yesterday. 45,159. See how that affects our average. Might bring it down a little bit. We're still solidly above 46,000 though. Let's have a look at the breakdown first. First round, the Argentina one. Lucky guess on McDonald's there. 4 years off though, unfortunate. Next one, Cambridge. English ones are usually fairly easy for me, especially when they're around the time of my youth. Third one, Israel. Perfect guess on the year in Israel there. Next one, lost a lot of points on this one. Uzbekistan is not a place that I recognise too well, and adding 10 years on would have been a good idea there because we were 8 years off. And last one, what was it? The Capitol building. 3 years off, not bad at all. Okay, so I'll see you again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll beat that. Bye.